how to make $1,000 a month using Sam.Gov. That is $12,000 using Sam.Gov. Many of you are employees. Maybe you want to leave your 9 to 5. Maybe you don't want to leave your 9 to 5, but I thought this would be a great topic for you, because sometimes when we see these numbers of like hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions, it's very scary and it doesn't seem real. So let's get into this today. I'm first going to cover something that I found, and this is like your quintessential middleman is what I'm about to share with you. This one right here is for shipping boxes. You have to be a certified woman-owned small business. I know some of you may not qualify. So there's actually an attach here where they talk about what they need, when questions are due, and they tell you exactly what these things are. Now they need 6,000 of them. So what happens if you mark this up by $1? Okay, and I think you all can see this. What happens if you mark this up by $1? Regardless of the price of these boxes, let's say you add an extra $1 to it as your profit. How much money would you guys make just from this? So let's say each box was $35 and you charge the government $36. How much money would you make off of this? Just this line item. You would make $6,000 just off of this. So if you did 50 cents, you would make $3,000. And we're talking about $12,000 in a year. Now, again, I understand that this particular opportunity is set aside for only certified women-owned small businesses, but it doesn't change the fact that when you're bidding on things, you can see here the quantity is 240. But when there's volume, it's not about, oh, I need to triple the rate. Because if you triple the rate, nobody wants to pay almost $100 per box. Who wants to pay $100 per box? Do you pay $100 per box when you want to move on U-Haul or something? I want everyone to realize that it's not always about the amount that you add with your profit. It's more around what are you bidding on? Because this is unusual. It's unusual. It's boxes, and you don't need to add a massive profit, and you still would walk away with $6,000. Requirement to bid on this one is pretty easy. I mean, you have to make sure you meet the requirements for delivery because there's so many. So I want to show you guys again the opportunity, and you can see this is the NAICS code. So if you're into boxes, cartons, and crates, that's the code you want to use. So let's take a look. Contract opportunities, advanced search. And let's just look to see what's due in the next week. And we're going to look for solicitation, combined solicitation. So there's 4. I just did a week just to see. You see plastic tunnel bags, fiber board boxes. I don't know what bogus paper means. Maybe y'all are familiar with that. Do you know the companies you pay to get women's SMAsh? You can do it for free, or there are 4 approved companies. So winnerswaybook.com, Lori has the link there, winnerswaybook.com. Okay, so here we go. Bogus paper. So you guys see the bogus paper, right? This is through DLA. They're telling you it's firm fixed price, small business. You have to have fewer than 1,250 employees. So they want 1,000 rolls. So if you add $1 to that, what is your profit? It means it's full and open if there's no set aside. So it'd be $1,000, right? And again, it could be 50 cents, it could be a quarter, but it's just to show you, you can get at $1,000 a month through one bid. So that's winning 12 opportunities in a year could give you $12,000. And I know earlier somebody wrote, oh, just write, I only want to make $500. Okay, that's fine. Then you could make your profit 50 cents. The easiest way I can do that right now to look up a company is you just go to the dynamic small business search, which I'll share with you all in a second. So this is the dynamic small business search. You can enter in zip codes, set asides, NAICS, their UEI, their cage code, the name of the business. And that's how you can find out. That's one of the fastest, easiest ways. So this is how you look up companies. You just go here. It's really simple. If you want to go on Sam.gov, I believe you may have to, I think you have to log in to your workstation. I'm going to quickly sign in because I don't want all my information out there. And I have my trusty dusty phone because it's going to ask me to give a code, which I'm waiting for. There we go. So you can see the screen there, right? That's all you do. But here's the deal. So how many opportunities are due in the next week? 3,320 are due in the next week. So how many could you bid on in the next week? As many as you want. Let's look this up. So as you can see, there's tons of things here. All kinds of things due. FA448. Oh my goodness. Oof. This thing better come up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, this is a fun one. Woof, that was a lot of suspense, right? You guys are so sweet. Okay, let's look at this one. This is for, just want to make sure you can still see me. This is for a Catholic religious education coordinator. This is my favorite. These are super easy to win. Super, super easy. Wow, they got a lot going on with this one. Woof. So the attachment's not going to show up on your end just yet. Just give me a second. I have to reshare it. What I like to do is anytime you see Q&A, you immediately go to it. So somebody asks, what's the past contract? This is what you really want to ask. What was the past contract number, the incumbent, and the contract award? Because now we got to go take this. They could have just done all the work for us. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to share my again, because what I ended up doing, because remember you all asked, how do I find how much the previous contract was for? So what was the contract award for this? So if you recall, the question was, what's going on with the religious position? And then everybody wants to know, what was the contract award, right? So what is the award amount for this? What is the award amount? And for how many years? What is the award amount and for how many years? $136K for how many years? Okay, for 5 years. So how much money is that per year? So 27 and change. So remember the topic for this video is $1,000, like $12,000 a year, right? So let's run the math on this. This is more than likely a part-time position. So that's about $2,308 a month. So let's say you paid the person $1,300 a month and you pocket $1,000. I mean, let's say you pay them $1,800 and pocket $500 because somebody asked about making $500 a month. That's kind of the play with this. So let's go through this together. I'm going to pull up this solicitation and I'll share it with you in a second. So this is for a religious position. I'm going to show this, so don't freak out. The screen may temporarily go black. It's all right, y'all. Okay, so you can, okay. This part right here is telling you, this is kind of the DODAC. This is key information for the line items, who's going to inspect it, because this has to deal with your invoicing. Then this section right here is explaining to you how you invoice in wide area workflow. So right now, every single one of you need to make sure you are register on Pi, because there may be connectivity delay, but here's what's important. Are you registered on Pi? If you're not registered on Pi, you're not going to be able to bid on a lot of stuff and you're not going to be able to get paid. So you got to register on Pi. Every single one of you here, there's a lot of you, register on Pi and hit the notification, hit the like button, subscribe, check out the book, winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com. I mean, I'm just letting you know. I mean, it's like, I appreciate all the feedback and I'll probably use Restream next time. Change the fact that you got to put into action. You got to be registered on Pi. I just gave you the link. I'll give you the link again. Go there and register. Go and register. Okay, so back to the attachment. Then this is still instructions on how to do your invoice. This is a lot of stuff that for now you can ignore. I think a lot of you get caught up in that. You just ignore it. What we're looking for is, how are they going to evaluate the submissions? They also previously, I just scrolled by it, they gave you a list of all the attachments, because what's really important is you have to read. So do you guys notice the font size here? That's pretty big, right? That's a pretty large font size. So they're telling you, this is what we want. It's single award, 12 months, base plus 412, that's 5 years. You need to see instructions to offer, see basis of award to find out more. Here's Q&A, and then they're telling you. They want you to identify how you're going to do this with your labor mix. You need to make sure you include your reps and to put the pricing in that document we went over. You need to provide this information. You need to complete these blocks on the SF 1449. You need to have your reps and certs. But most importantly, how are they evaluating this? Lowest price technically acceptable. Do we all understand what they mean by that? I'm glad you asked about the reps and certs. I'm about to show you ours. So these are our reps and certs. So it's 51 pages, and these are all the questions that I answered and that most of you answered to get your cage code. And you simply just go into your workspace, and that's where you get this. You get this in your workspace on Sam.Gov. Are we clear on the reps and certs? So what you need to find the person and submit a resume. That's what you have to do. You have to find the person. You have to find the person. I'm going to say it a third time. You have to find the person. And so the person must meet all the requirements. So you post on Indeed.com, you contact a church, you do all of those kinds of things. So this may not be a good fit because you got to spend a lot of time and energy finding the person. And then what's also interesting is they mentioned CPARS. A system is an evaluation system that the government uses. And so it seems like they're really serious. So if I were you, I probably wouldn't bid on this. So this is for anyone because, we talked about how you can get $1,000 a month. It's there, right? It's really there. Now, if you've submitted several and you're like, I'm not winning, you need feedback because you got to learn, apply, adjust. Learn, apply, adjust. Learn, apply, adjust. Okay, so your pricing's too high. So then you got to go lower or bid on something else because you have the feedback. So now are you accepting the feedback or are you in denial? The thing is, what is the value add? Like I came across somebody recently and they wanted to do the same thing. They're like, oh, I really want to help people. And I said to them, but how many contracts have you won? I said, it's not to take away from who you are or what you're about. It's like, you want to help people when you have the experience. Like we're not going to ask our broke relative, hey, what crypto should I invest in? Hey, what stocks should I invest in? What real estate should I invest in? And it's not to diss this person. It's just about you want to be able to put things out there when you have a proof of concept and not just one win. I love and adore each and every one of you. Everything is possible. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you guys for being flexible with me. And thank you guys. Okay. Bye, y'all.